Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals. The Minnesota Timberwolves, fighting for their first win of the series, will try to even the score at 1-1 as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
It's round 2 of the playoffs. Thanks for joining us. A matchup between two Western Conference powers here in Game 2. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Butler out there with Green. And it's Payton. At the three. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Jaden McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the 5, down low. Now here's Curry. Outside Pajemski. Butler against Randle. Just 5 to shoot. Curry passes to Butler. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
Well, if you're going to give Butler a look from the mid-range, he's more than happy to take it.
Curry against Conley. Up top, Edwards. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Warriors. Here's Payton, and he goes in for the dunk.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Outside Payton, back to Curry. Butler up top. For 3. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. I asked him about Jimmy Butler and what his defensive scheme is for him, and Coach said to not let him bully us from the interior and mid-range. We want to push him as far out as possible. We have to play tough. Let's see if they're able to accomplish this, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
A pleasant surprise from Draymond there. I mean, I love when he looks for his offense.
Conley passes to Randle. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Randle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drains the triple.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
Conley against Curry. The 3. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And he hits it to tie the game.
And right there, Edwards with a great dribble move to create space.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. During the playoffs, the NBA leaders in shooting from the floor. In the 3rd spot, Anthony Edwards.
Since we started the playoffs, he's been totally locked in offensively, taking and making some good looks.
Outside, Green. Pass to Butler. Now here's Payton. The 3 is up. And it's Gobert with a rebound. There's a minute 59 left in the first quarter. Here's Edwards. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards, taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
And a deep 3 from Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, when Edwards is pulling out pump fakes, it's borderline unfair.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Butler taking his time here. Pass to post. Hield on the wing. And here's Butler outside. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
He may not take a lot of threes, but we know Butler is more than capable of knocking them down.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And this will be his second trip to the free throw line. That free throw no good. And he's good on the second.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
The shot by Butler, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Edwards finds Conley. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here he goes. Back to Edwards. 5 to shoot. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Edwards got 9 points. Warriors trail by 4. And stolen by Edwards. Here we go, 1-on-1. Oh, there's the alley. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Well, the athleticism Edwards has is off the chart. He makes those alley-oop catches look effortless.
Pass to post. Here's Hield. Outside for Butler. Tries again. It's blocked by Gobert. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Hield for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's Minnesota up 6. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
On the floor for the Warriors, Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Moses Moody. And it's Post in at the center position.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Here's Post. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Curry looking it over. 10 feet away. That one a little long. The Timberwolves lead by 9. And there's Conley. That one's good. And the assist by McDaniels.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Over to the wing. Outside Moody. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Curry. Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Curry against Conley. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Reed can't hit. Warriors trail by 9. And he lobs it up top. Stolen by Reed. Here's Conley. Finished off the break. Conley's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Conley knows where his team needs him to be in transition, taking full advantage of the fast break opportunity.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Here's Pajemski, still without a bucket. Here's Butler. Here's Green, pass to Butler. And Butler is there for the flush.
Love seeing Butler go up strong. When he dunks it, you feel it from here.
Conley against Curry. Here's DiVincenzo. Outside Reed. 6 to shoot. Back to DiVincenzo. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Payton. Warriors trail by 9. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Green finds Butler. Butler on the bounce. Blocked.
Yeah, nice swat by Randall, using his size and good anticipation to get in the shooter's way.
Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Off the inbound pass. Butler, that's good. Butler's got 10 points.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Reed, a screen on Payton. DiVincenzo with it. Green picks him up. 6 on the shot clock. Reed passes to DiVincenzo. Reed sets a screen. DiVincenzo can't hit. Warriors trail by 6. Outside, Green. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Green with a screen on Conley. Another 3 for Golden State.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Timeout.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Minnesota with some changes. Gobert's checked in for Julius Randle. McDaniels comes in for Mike Conley. And it's Edwards in for Alexander Walker. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's scoreless. Outside Reed. Pass to Edwards. 4 on the clock. Oh, Edwards just pulling his way inside.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
Outside Pajemski. Butler up top. Over Reed. Butler can't get it to go.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Edwards looking it over. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside Butler. Wing shot on the way. And there's another one for the Warriors. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Greetings, one and all, the postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for Golden State.
They're not showing enough fight defensively. Take some pride in getting some stops. This is when your leader has to step in and say something.
Yeah, tough to beat a team that's shooting double nickels from the field. Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. They're trying to even the series at one apiece. Kenny, how critical is this win for them?
You might say it's still early, but you don't want to drop 2 in a row on your home court now.
I agree. They've already lost home court advantage. Don't want to dig that hole any deeper.
And that would be deep, just like your analysis is from time to time, guys. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And we're back with you, folks, as this exciting Western Conference semifinal game rolls on. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
So it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a three-point game. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And here now a list of the players who have had the hottest hand in the playoffs. 5th, Stephen Curry.
Perfect time to take it to another level offensively. He's really carried them at that end.
Take a break. Take a break.
The first one falls.
Well, you know, Anthony Edwards has one of the highest motors we've seen. His relentlessness throughout the length of a game is just exceptional. He wears out the entire opposing team.
Now here's Butler. Outside Payton. Back to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, Butler's getting whatever he wants right now. He knows how to dissect the defense as well as anyone.
Here's Edwards. He's got 15. Randle outside. Shot clock at 6. It's Edwards on the wing. Rebounded by Butler.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Yes, it's good.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Well, as a coach, you have to make adjustments to put a stop to all the damage he's doing. The way they've defended him is not cutting.
On defense, the Timberwolves. Leading by 5. Butler. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside Payton. 5 on the clock. Over McDaniels. Rebound Minnesota. Curry with a steal. Takes a 3. The shot comes out.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Curry against Conley. Gobert with a screen on Curry. Clock at 6. Conley passes to Randle. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead. The Warriors have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And it's hammered home by Green.
And baskets like this get Green fired up. When you get physical with him, he takes it personally.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Kuminga's checked in. Minnesota leading by 5. It's Edwards on the wing, defended by Pajemski. Edwards against Green. Cuts off the pass. Here's Butler. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Edwards. Conley with the ball. Now Pajemski defending. Edwards against Kuminga. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
This right here, whew, this is how you want to play the game. With passion, with energy, just great hustle play right there.
Back to Curry. Outside for Butler. 4-3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Randall on the screen. Outside Conley. Up top Edwards. Defended by Pajemski. They get it back. Here's Gobert. The Frenchman. Gobert.
Pounding the offensive glass. That's where Gobert gets a lot of his extra chances.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul. And Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Gobert. DiVincenzo comes in for McDaniels. And it's Alexander Walker in for Edwards. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And there's the lob. DiVincenzo with the steal. Outside, Alexander Walker. There's 1:12 left in the third quarter. Outside Reed. 4 on the clock. Inside. Here's Randall. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
Now here's Conley. Randall, left side. Back to Conley. "18 feet out. Doesn't go for him. Warriors trail by 8. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Butler. Spins. Pass to post. Kuminga with it. Fires the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Here's Conley. Here's Reed. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Just picking us apart, right? Guy cuts behind you down the lane. Miscommunication there. They're cutting behind us. So we got to get solid defensively.
Boy, he is not happy with his team's aggressiveness on defense. Coach Kerr calling his team out on it.
Yeah, gently asking for them to pick it up. They need to if they want to win this one.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Heel to the sharpshooting backcourt. Moses Moody out there with Kuminga. And it's Post in at the 5. Conley with the ball. Driving inside, and Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. The coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And Minnesota with some changes. Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Conley. And it's Edwards in for Alexander Walker. Now here's DiVincenzo.
He's built like a linebacker, Edwards is. So tough to stop.
He throw good, Edwards. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Warriors trail by 6. Outside Moody, pass to Curry. Here's Post. Left side Curry. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. And here's Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 9 points now in the second half.
Edwards plays with such velocity.
The 3 from Curry. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Oh! Wow! Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Curry passes to Moody. Healed against Edwards. Pass to Curry. Curry with another miss.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Yet no hesitation from the veteran Hill. A dangerous scorer in these catch-and-shoot situations.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. Gobert passes to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Anthony Edwards takes the contact.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% weight.
Here's Curry. Not going to go that time. Oh, good D by Edwards. The Timberwolves lead by 9. Gobert with a screen on Heel. Healed against Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Now right there, Edwards uses the screen to create the space he needs.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And Minnesota making a change here. Conley's checked in. On defense, the Timberwolves. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game.
Yeah, Butler's certainly not shy seeking out contact. He can live at the line.
First free throw is good, and that brings him within 10. Butler hits them both. The Timberwolves have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Gobert passes to Edwards. 1:41 left to the game. Playing to his strength. Gobert inside.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Butler passes to Green. Here's Potemski. That three's off the mark. Minnesota leading by 11. Outside Edwards. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the fourth quarter. Just 4 to shoot. With the 7-footer. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Edwards has got 11 points in the quarter.
And so that's the end of game 2. No question, this is a big win for the Timberwolves.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And this team has to feel great, knotting up this series at 1-1.
A huge win for them, avoiding going down 2-0, and this series is on.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. 27 seconds left to play in the fourth.
Well, look, Edwards doesn't back down from anyone. He embraces getting physical on the layup.
And he drops it first. Both free throws good for Edwards. Man, they're just getting run over right now.
And you can really see they're starting to show some frustration.
Back to Heel. Up and in on the layup. 11 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. So it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. It might have been just game 2 of the series, but this one felt like a must-win.
I just love the fire they played with tonight. It's the playoffs, and they really brought the energy.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game. Come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back, because these guys are very talented, and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
All right, Allie, thank you. Time for us to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now, time for our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.